ericmwather@mwather.com. I was taking a look at the chart you sent me via email and like to address the red line right here because I think you can draw it a little bit lower. So there's a red line you've drawn somewhere there. Let me remove that so you can see it, and I'll show you why I think the line should be slightly lower and the reasoning for that and how it makes sense with what's going on right now. And again, this is DUG hourly, and we are using RSI period of 26. And so if we take a look at my charts here, the only difference is my RSI indicator is below the price, yours is above. No big deal, it's all the same thing. So you had drawn your line somewhere around here, somewhere around there on your chart, which is okay because it gives us the idea that we are potentially seeing a bounce on that red line. But what I'd like you to do is adjust that slightly, and I'll tell you why. So in figuring out where to draw the red line, we do our best to figure out where the move began. And in this particular example, you can see that if we draw a line here, right there, a little bit of a node above that is those where the RSI began moving higher and the price jumped from here and has not been back there. So our line in essence, and I'll change the color here from red to green, should be there, a little bit lower than where your red line was. Your red line, let me just go ahead and draw that so we can have a little bit of a visual perspective. Your red line was somewhere there. Not much of a difference, but I would rather it be slightly down. Why? Because now if we go back and test that green line, we see that it makes a lot of sense because it gives us all the main lows. You can see support on the green line here for this low, and also once it moved above this range here, it began the move from the mid 50s, which also corresponds with the RSI moving above a range. So I would rather you just adjust that line slightly because it comes into play many times when we are trying to figure out what to do in terms of potential for a rebound or potential for a turnaround situation where a stock has been moving higher. The more you get that line a little bit correct, the more you can understand what's going on. For now, we are seeing a slight support on this line, which has been support previously. So around here, as we discussed earlier, is an area where might give evidence as to why you should hold or maybe even consider adding on to the current successful short position. So that's how you draw the uniformity line. Just adjust it slightly so you can figure out where the move began. Here we can see that there's this evidence that the move began here about 28th of December, and we can draw a line from there. We see that it is coming to test that line, and if we back test the same line, it gives us the previous nice entries on pullback. So that line is legit. Again, talk to you later. Ask me questions if you have any. Good luck, peace, and blessings. I am out. For now, as always, I shall be back. Yeah.